What's going on, guys? I got a quick video about the Celica. I know it's been a while. A lot of things have changed and I haven't been keeping up with it on the channel at all. Lots of how-tos, are also known as currently the easy videos, could have been made from all the work I've been doing with this car. But since I'm here about to go to Car Toys, I figured let's just do a quick run through of what I've been doing and just update you guys on everything. So the best way I can explain it is just by showing you what's going on inside the car right now, and it's a bit much. So there's all that to start with, which I'll get to. But let's also jump to the back. And as you can tell, this thing is stripped to the bone. Why, you might ask? Because a few reasons. So let's start with the latest thing, which is this right here. I took off all the, I guess, stereo work. It's all here. I'm gonna go to Car Toys to get this thing figured out because the harness is a mess. It's actually, let's start with this guy right here. So these are my stereos. This is the one I was rocking last night and for the past couple months. So it's not much, as you can tell. I have a little Bluetooth adapter because this thing doesn't have any Bluetooth. It does have an aux cable, which is nice. It's a lot better than the previous one that was in this car. It did not have an aux cable, so that's why I got this one. The only thing is this right here. This is where the problem starts. So I bought new Alpine Series R speakers, as you can tell right there. I branded the car with it, and just for lulz it says GTR. But that's not the point. So I got new speakers all through the door panel, and then I got the ones in the back. They're all the same brand. I like the brand. I actually like them. They sound great. The only thing is, this stereo right here doesn't take the full potential out of it. So right here, this is the front, which is great. This works perfectly fine. But this right here is where the problem starts. This is rear / subwoofer, and for some reason it just likes to act like it's a subwoofer. So the actual rear speakers don't really kick in at all. Then I got a Kenwood, and this one actually has a dedicated subwoofer section, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And it has built-in Bluetooth. Very nice looking. I like the LEDs, because I'm a simple man. Outside of that, it's just the harness, which is something I don't really want to mess with too much. The reasoning being, we thought it was because of the grooves. For some reason, Pioneer and Kenwood harnesses, they have different, like, if you can see those two lines, we kind of like sanded it down. There's two lines right there, and that's the Pioneer one. This is the Kenwood. And as you can tell, it's a lot closer on the Kenwood than it is on the Pioneer. And I think that's a branding thing. I don't know, possibly. But we'll find out at Car Toys. But let's move on to the back before I ramble too much. So the back is a whole other story. I got rid of it, one, because the subwoofer, or actually, no, sorry, the amp. There was an amp for the subwoofer back here, and the amp kind of gave out, and it kept jumping into protect mode. So the guy at Car Toys basically told me it was just bricked and just get rid of it. There's another amp underneath my seat, which runs the other speakers. So it's a 4-channel. He was thinking I should just get like one main one and have it more accessible, like maybe where that plastic is, where all those wires are gathering. Just have one right there, and it can run the sub and the speakers along the door panel and whatnot. Not sure how much that's going to be. I think I have a connection and someone that can do that for me for a lot cheaper, because the install rates are where, you know, it really adds up for me at Car Toys. But they're really nice there. They treat me really well. They like this car, so they make sure I, you know, leave happy, but it's still pretty expensive. Other than that, since I was saving a lot of weight from getting rid of the sub, I decided to get rid of the spare tire and then the back seats, and it just kept adding up, and now this car is freaking beautiful on corners, and it's so much faster. It's so much faster. Just simple things like that just really make this car like feel a lot younger. I probably will put all those things back once I actually get a new amp and actually have, I don't know, I have a double, like, or a dual amp, or sub, sorry. I might switch over to like a single, depending on cost and all that fun stuff, but I'll check that out when I'm at Car Toys. Then the other thing was because I actually went to Battlegrounds in Washington, picked up a new side skirt for the passenger side and then a fender for the driver's side, because they're pretty beat up and it's not pretty to look at. So the guy that had one at the junkyard, the guy really took care of it, and so it looked basically brand new and it was all OEM stuff, so didn't have to worry about the respraying or any of that stuff like you find on eBay, where, like, you know, the cost just keeps going up and up. These things are already, you know, from Toyota, so that's why I took the trip over there and just jumped on it as soon as I could. I can actually show you guys the fenders and all that. Alright, that's the video. Real quick, just want to show you guys the amount of stuff that I pulled from the Celica, which right here is the amp, got the sub on the other side, the seats on top, and then my little plush pillows. But while we're in here, I might as well show you guys the side skirt. And just by looking at it, I'm sure you can already compare it to the other one and say that it's a lot better. It's a little dirty. I haven't wiped it down yet, but all this right here should be able to come off quite easily. There are a few scratches that I can probably find, yeah, right there, a little bit right there, but I mean, hey, it's a used part. And here's the fender, and of course the first thing that catches your eye probably is that down there, and I'm just assuming that's some tape residue. That should be able to come off easily. But other than that, this one doesn't have nearly as much problems as the other part, besides being dirty, clearly. But it's really nice. I'm actually really happy with this fender. It's going to look really good once I put it on, and it should give the Celica a nice face lift. But yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll try my best to upload more frequently, because that's a lot to, you know, catch you guys up on. But I'm not gonna put like a little time frame on anything. This is all just depending on how things go, so just bear with me. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.